Greetings, people of Earth. Welcome back. My name is Jax, and today we are talking about Tranquility and chapter 37 of the Tao Te Ching. So, Tranquility. Tranquility is essentially peace. You often hear this as sort of an underrated, people talk about peace as if it's superfluous or irrelevant or impossible or unattainable. But essentially, tranquility is the idea that everything is as it should be. So I'm actually going to read this one right up front, and then we're going to talk about it. So, tranquility. The Tao is eternally without action, yet there is nothing it does not achieve. If rulers embrace it, all things will transform of their own accord. Should this transformation give rise to desire, it will be quelled by the nameless and unformed Tao. And there will be no desire. In the absence of desire, there will be tranquility, and the world will settle into its proper form. So, quite a lot to unpack in those simple 7 lines. I'm actually going to talk about another translation as well. So, the second line that says, if rulers embrace it, all things will transform of their own accord. That was not the first iteration of this chapter that I came across. And the first iteration is, if powerful men could center themselves in it, the whole world would be transformed by itself and its natural rhythms. So that is interesting. The idea that people in power, people in positions of authority, have some kind of special relationship with tranquility, or at least they should have a special relationship with tranquility. Because I think we often see in our daily lives, and we also see in the news and the media, that powerful people, politicians, celebrities, CEOs, they have a lot of ego, but they also have a lot of chaos in their lives. We tend to learn a lot about their personal lives and how upheaval and chaos is sort of the norm. And is it any wonder that these powerful people who make huge decisions for our world have a lot of chaos going on underneath? So I think one of the hallmarks of a successful leader is they have some kind of inner tranquility or inner peace. I don't know about you, but the people I find very inspiring tend to be very gentle people. I don't tend to revere or look up to people who are aggressive or have this kind of desire or this fire burning inside of them, because that will inevitably go out, and it takes this sort of steady, gentle temperament to really succeed in the way that I think people should succeed. So this is obviously quite a deep passage. I really like this one. It's one of my favorite ones or whatever. Again, this book gives titles to these, and so this one is Tranquility. And it talks about non-action. It talks about, it's essentially telling you to keep it simple, stupid. And it's something that recently I've been thinking about a lot, is trying to keep everything simple. Like, don't overcomplicate it, don't overfixate, don't overthink. Life will be what it will be. If you have some kind of anxiety going on in your life right now, I urge you just to say, you know what? It will be what it will be. There is no amount of overthinking or anxiety that I can do that will make this situation better. And by keeping it simple, by allowing a bit of tranquility into your life, and realizing that these things that are happening are largely out of your control. So you have this ability just to sit back, let things happen, be an active participant. That's not to say to do nothing. It's to say to not try and force a situation that you know is not going to materialize the way that you would like it to. And I think that is a very important message, especially going into a new year, the holiday seasons, depending on if you celebrate a holiday. For me, it's Christmas, and this time of year is always very hectic, very busy. You're trying to connect with lots of people. People are trying to connect with you. You're trying to make plans for next year. And so this year, I've decided, you know what? It will be what it will be. I will make the best decisions with the information I have in the moment, but I'm not going to fixate or try to force things. And by not doing things and just letting things happen the way they happen, nothing is left undone. And so that's the essence of Wu Wei, and that is the essence of the Tao, is realizing that the universe will move in the ways that it's going to move, and you have agency, but many times the best course of action is not to make a move. You know, sometimes the best move is to not move. And yeah, I think I'm just going to read the last two lines and let that sort of sink in. So, in the absence of desire, there will be tranquility, and the world will settle into its proper form. So that's exactly the core of Wu Wei, and allowing things to happen without trying to manipulate or force. And I think it leads to a much more peaceful and tranquil way of life in general. But I think that kind of stability is also a very attractive characteristic. We look for that stable tranquility. We attach ourselves to people, places, foods, things that inspire tranquility in us. We look for peace. Humans are an anxiety-riddled species, and if we find something that gives us true peace, we attach a lot of value to that thing. And so if you can be that thing for other people, you can lead a life that allows you just to enjoy what's going on, but also be there for other people and to inspire tranquility and peace in others. So I think that's all I'm going to say on this one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I will talk to you tomorrow. Tranquility. The Tao is eternally without action, yet there is nothing it does not achieve. If rulers embrace it, all things will transform of their own accord. Should this transformation give rise to desire, it will be quelled by the nameless and uninformed Tao, and there will be no desire. In the absence of desire, there will be tranquility, and the world will settle into its proper form.